It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, today we're going to be talking about the connection between Nicki Minaj and J. Cole. This isn't the first time that she's talked about it. I think she mentioned that he stayed the night at her house in order for them to, go over the album, go over the song Let Me Calm You Down, how he ended up choosing that record or how she chose him to be on that record, his initial reaction to hearing it. She talked about how she played the album for Cole and he gave her some pointers playing Fuck This Club Up, and he was like, yo, don't change it. I don't care about the hook not being radio friendly. F the radio. We're going to get into all of that because she recently spoke with Ebro Darden at Apple Music where they went over the entire creation of the album and everything. But I'm going to focus solely on her connection with J. Cole because I honestly think this is very interesting. Number one, Nicki talks about how she never expected to form any sort of bond or friendship or connection to a J. Cole. She feel like he's somebody that's really out the way, doesn't really pop up in the media that much, doesn't do interviews, kind of keeps to himself. He's not your prototypical mainstream hip hop artist, right? So if you look at the course of her career, she's mostly collaborated with really big, pop heavy crossover artists. She hasn't really been super hard on creating songs with like hip hop enthusiasts. You know what I'm saying? She's always been the super hip hop enthusiast and she dives into the pop world. I thought that was interesting that they connected. J. Cole definitely has Queen's energy surrounding him, so it's not a huge surprise. For those that don't know, his manager Ebe is from Queens. Ebe's little brother is Boss, signed to Dreamville. They're from Queens, right? So 50 Cent had the opportunity to sign J. Cole early on in the game. Big Queens energy. Unfortunately, 50 didn't think Cole was going to be a good fit for G Unit at the time based on the type of music and content and subject matter that they were pushing. So they passed on him. But when you take all of these things into consideration and his time in New York and, going out there, college, trying to get signed to Jay-Z, blah, 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 it's not all that surprising that they linked. It just took a very long time. Cole has also worked with artists like Dave East, you know what I'm saying, who's also a New York rapper. So he's definitely connected in with them. That's something just on a spiritual level. He's a dude from the South that always loved East Coast hip hop. So they probably connected on that. Let's get into Nicki Minaj talking about it.
Working with J. Cole.
Yes.
You guys is this the second?
First time.
First. No, yes. It's first.
Yes.
How did that come together? I'd love to hear that story.
Well, let me calm down. Okay, so as soon as I heard the beats, it was towards, like I said, the end of the album when ATL Jacob was bringing in these things and I was kind of like just making up the hooks and stuff from scratch. And so it started getting more personal then. And I had this very personal verse on there. We thought about him. See, J. Cole is somebody that my fans have been asking me to work with for 10 years. And,
let me just say this. If your fans been telling you to get with this nigga for 10 years, 10 laps around the sun, man, y'all should have linked up before this. It's no way. I know you ain't put out an album in what, like 7 years? 7 years? Should have linked up with Cole before then, man. But I'm going to let you finish. Keep going.
He and I think, are both probably antisocial. So, the chances of running into either one of us are slim. And so we just never had like a communication anyway. So, but this time, because he had been active, he just started coming out. Like I could tell, oh, he in work mode. You know what I'm saying?
So, a lot of features right now.
Yeah, and doing and just really shining and having this glow. And I was like, you know what? Let's hit him up and see. And he came to the studio in Malibu. And I said, I want to play your song on one condition. And he said, what? I said, you have to listen in the headphones first before the big speakers. And he said, okay. I put my headphones, I gave it to him, and he was just like bopping. Like, I could tell he was feeling it. And he was like, this is really personal. I almost feel like I shouldn't be hearing it. And I said, oh, I understand. It's okay. He was like, no, that's dope. Like, I love that. And I was like, oh, okay. In my head, I was like, oh my God, yikes. But I was very busy, and he was very busy. And he was saying that he was about to be traveling, and I was saying I have to turn in this album. So I didn't think we were going to have a lot of time to talk or to vibe. So he had said, you know what, if I'm feeling it, I'll do it as soon as I get there. I'll do it on the spot. So he was like, you know what, let me take it with me. So I figured that meant that he wasn't feeling it and he wasn't going to do it. So I was just like, okay. And then 2 days later, I was like, what the hell? Because I felt like it was I had sat down on the couch with a therapist, and then they put everything in the song. And I kind of felt like a little bit violated, like, boy. But,
But it works.
Art, beautiful.
It works. It's fire.
So dope. And I'm so appreciative of him, and also his aura.
Mad positive, right? Light,
So,
shining light.
Oh, so good. So good. Like, leaves back a good aura. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dope. And he never struck me as a person that I would ever have like a conversation with. Far less a whole song with that I love on my album. But here we are.
I want to go over some of the lyrics because I think this is an interesting story of, coming to J. Cole, somebody you never met, somebody you never spoke to before. You would think, based on the appearances that J. Cole has made over the course of the last few years, you would probably want to get him on something up-tempo, something upbeat. A lot of the artists that he's worked with over the last couple years, I mean, the song he did with Drake was very hype energy. The song he did with YG, Scared Money Don't Make No Money, another dope banger song, you know what I'm saying, of him showing his versatility. And that's a goal that he's had over the course of the last few years, showing up on these mainstream songs, Bia London, and just going and bodying verses. You would think she would put him on something like that, but to choose the song Let Me Calm You Down and basically voicing intimate details into your relationship, I just find that to be very interesting. Nothing wrong with it, but just very interesting. I mean, listen to the lyrics. Pull off and I almost hit him. He acting like I ain't always with him. My heart saying I love him while I'm screaming that I hate him. Ain't no more debating. This time it's an ultimatum. I never forgot where I was at the first day I met him. Yeah, it was love at first sight, but I ain't never sweat him. I knew if it was meant to be that one day I would let him. 20 years later, them decisions, I don't regret them. So she's going into details about her relationship, ups and downs, the anticipation of one day them coming back and meeting each other. I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can about who she's talking about. But that's how she's feeling. That's how their relationship is. Who am I to fucking say anything about it, But again, for J. Cole to take all of this in, ingest it, take time to like look at the fact that it's like, okay, y'all got a toxic relationship going on. Seems like, especially with the situation with Offset, Cardi and all of that, it's like, damn, seems like you are overly aggressive. You're not really understanding how to sit back, play your role. You know what I mean? You might be used to being in the spotlight, being a street nigga, or whatever the case may be. Now you got to take the backseat to your lady. Not everybody's good at doing that. Sometimes you got to play the back. He said that verbatim in his verse. So Nicki Minaj then hears the verse and she like, hey, bruh, why you talking to my husband like that? That wasn't the intent. I wrote my perspective of my relationship. I thought you was going to take an angle talking about yours, right? Or you could come up with some fictitious shit that relates. But come on, man. Why the fuck you got to speak tech? Yeah. Because J. Cole is an artist. He's somebody that's like, all right, bet. If this the angle of the song, right? We got this background. You wanted me to listen to it in the headphones first for me to take in everything intimately. Let's get to it. Let's really talk then. If we're going to talk, let's really talk. So, that was dope. He comes in, having her ain't for the faint of heart. She bad as fuck, but hard to deal with. It ain't her fault. She got ambition like the niggas and the vision for herself. So she can't rest until she feel like she done made her mark. So if you love her, then you got to learn to play your part. Sometimes you got to play the back, but when you do, make sure you play it smart. Like, this nigga's spitting. It's not my favorite song on the album, but when you read it word for word, just the lyrics, they talking about some shit. I can't take that away from her. Now, outside of just Let Me Calm You Down, Nicki Minaj also spoke on his encouragement of fuck this club up, which I personally don't understand why she was insecure about it not being radio friendly. But here we have Cole once again giving her some advice and moving forward.
Fuck the club up. I was like, yo, I don't like playing my music, but I'll let you hear another song, right? So I played him that. And when that second verse came in, his reaction is why that song is so high up. Because Drake had originally loved that song. While he was working on his album, he was thinking about, like, you know, if that could fit for his album as well. Because I sent it to him when I did it, because I loved the beat. But I was like, I wasn't sure about the chorus. So then when J. Cole was listening to it, and he was like bopping, and then the high heels on, like when that dude saying Gabbana and that shit dropped, if you would have seen him, like, it was the most beautiful, like, it was the dopest fucking thing, because he was just like, and then he looked at me like, and he said, I've never heard anything like that before. I've never heard that before. When you think about it, what haven't you heard before? Like, it's simple words, but what struck me as so dope was that he couldn't articulate. He was just like, I never heard that before. Like, I never, like, but that's what made me go, oh, this is something that I should just leave the fuck alone. And you know what I said to him? I said, yeah, I like this song. I know I bodied the verse, and I know the beat is hard and fuck, and you know, da-da-da. And he was like, yeah, you know, I was like, but I don't like the chorus. I was like, because, you know, like, you wouldn't be able to play it on radio. He was like, who cares?
Right.
He was like, man, fuck the radio.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. Fuck the radio.
That's how all the dope shit is made.
Yes. And then do I mean, why the fuck this is not something I'm putting out to be as a single. This is something as a part of a body of work, and I didn't even want to put out singles. I purposely don't have videos out because I want y'all to listen to the music.
All of my critiques have been debunked. You know what I'm saying? Because one of my issues with the album was that there were no music videos. There were no, like, smash hit singles. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there was Last Time I Saw You. Of course, there was Super Freaky Girl, which was out like a year prior. Of course, there was the other joint. Nah, nah, no, nah, nah, nah. That joint. That was cool, right? But I just felt like, based on the rollout of the album, it didn't feel like a Nicki Minaj album was coming. Somebody of her magnitude, somebody of her importance in the industry. You know, I'm used to rollouts like Jay-Z, Kanye, you know what I'm saying? People of that stature that have wholesome fucking rollouts where it's like, okay, it's in the air, it's coming. You know it's about to be top notch. The beat's gonna be banging, the rhyme's gonna be breakthrough. They're going to have a hit or two, you know what I'm saying? Radio presence, doing press, maybe. And it was just like, I felt there was a lot of confusion going on because people, the fans, were speculating when it was dropping, but she wasn't given much detail. Now we see she was having conversations with other artists behind the scenes like, hey, I'm trying to put this together. I don't think I could play this on the radio. So she was thinking radio. She was thinking, you know, bigger scheme. J. Cole said, man, fuck the radio. Fuck all that shit, man. Put the music out. Put the body of work out. Let the people decide what they like, what they want to hear. Maybe you could do music video. Maybe she could do music videos this year. You know what I'm saying? She might have 5, 6 of them motherfuckers just waiting in the wings. Like, you know what? I'm going to just play this differently. I'm going to let y'all consume the album. I'm going to let y'all buy the tickets. I'm going to drop music videos sporadically so that I could keep the album going long term rather than blowing the load ahead of time. There's so many ways that she could approach it. Honestly, here's what I would love to see. Now that we got Pink Friday 2 out the way, next album, Pink Print 2, I don't know. I don't know if she's emotionally connected on that level to Pink Print, but get J. Cole to executive produce the next album. That would be amazing. Or let J. Cole and Drake co-executive produce it since they're all close. You know, Drake and J. Cole are super tight. Let them come in because they're the music aficionados, right? They're the guys that get with the top producers. They could get any sound that they want. J. Cole is a producer himself. They could really craft best album of Nicki's career just by giving creative input. Like, yo, take this batch of beats. Don't overlook them. It's not going to sound like the previous album. It's going to sound like nothing that you've done. Take these beats. Go the fuck in. All right? Choose 5. Blast off. Like you hungry, like you ain't never rapped before, like you trying to get a deal again. We're going to take them 5, put them on the album. Those be album cuts. Those going to be the cult favorites. All right? Come back with another beat. Another batch of beats. Take these 5. Take these 10, actually. Right? Do the mainstream shit. Do the poppy shit. Do your comfort zone flows, voices. Do the shit that your fans love. Out of those 10, we'll take 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? That'll be the single batch. Boom. By then you got 8, 9 songs. Then come in with another 5, 6 beats. Experimental shit. When I say experimental, that's where you could get into the Afro beat if you want to. You could get into the house music shit if you want to. You could do the Timbaland type shit. You know what I mean? Get a Timbo beat. Pharrell. Shit like that. Shit that's kind of quirky, but still hard at the same time, but it's a little left of center. I think if they were to come in and like help her craft the album, give her some ideas, give her some topics, give her some things to be like, yo, address this, address that. She'll have a certified classic on her hand with the actual involvement of J. Cole sitting down, Drake sitting down, and not coaching her through the album, but giving her challenges. I think Nicki needs to be challenged, which is why I was left not fulfilled with the album. Not because she's not good, not because she can't make good music, but because she's seen the highest of highs in this industry. What is there left to accomplish? What is there left to do besides create a universal classic, a unanimous classic that both men and women can listen to and love? Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe out there, man. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.